Hello, and welcome back to the 40th episode of the Labyrinth of Thieves campaign. We are your hosts and storytellers here from Wanderlustdnd, rested and ready to dive into tonight's episode. But first, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel as we post new episodes every other Friday. And so, last time, during the almost 12 hours Gizmo spent on Molg's table, the Drider was able to install some new upgrades, as well as help pull some secrets to the surface. While Al sought fresh air out of the Drider's den, a group of thugs and their very odd-looking lizard creature approached the cave, pushing the wizard out of the way to continue towards their target, which turned out to be Gizmo. Al managed to trap one of them in a sphere and warn Gizmo, who was powered up and ready. Blows were exchanged from both sides until Fenris and Caché arrived, startlingly brutally executing many of the thugs. And then, when things all seemed lost, Gizmo landed the last few blows on the hunter, and that was basically it. When they were there to collect the construct, it failed. Reunited and leveled up, you all thanked Molg and headed back to meet Artrin and Zora back at the Barrow. There, you made a plan on how to infiltrate the Opera House and save Icya, while also allowing Fenris enough time to talk to the Stageman alone. So, at the end of last session, I believe you were all heading towards a long rest. Is there anything anyone would like to do before you take a long rest?
Tell Artrin everything.
Okay. Artrin, you were relayed the glorious, gory story of a group of what seems like mercenaries came to collect Gizmo.
That sounds pretty cool. Nice. Well done.
Mm-hmm. No, we should also probably mention it was Kalnar who sent them.
Yeah, I'm actually not that surprised. Yeah, I probably should have warned you about that. It was a bit of a prick.
Oh, no need. We delight in such surprises.
You should kill him, like, on the way out.
If we're going that way, if not, I'm sure one of the many creatures Caché has unleashed into the city will do jobs for us.
No, leave those for us. I mean,
I'm sure they get
make
hungry.
a fortune, like finding those things and like getting rid of them.
So, if you wish to say you can find them, collect a reward, and send them off somewhere else so you can find them again and collect another reward, it sounds like a pretty good scam you have.
Damn, they say in Kalar are dumb. That's So does everyone look a bit rough, like, or are they fairly unscathed?
You should see the other guys.
I think everyone's pretty unscathed. Actually, there's not a lot of wear and tear, and Gizmo looks fantastic. He is completely repaired.
I've never looked better.
Yeah, polished. Molg really took
Pristine.
care of him. Yeah.
Pristine.
Okay, I'm gonna walk up to Gizmo. Actually, I'm gonna really look this Digger Forge in the face.
He peers back.
What are you really?
What kind of question is that?
You're not just a Digger Forge. You're too smart. You're too capable.
I'm just a really good digger forge.
Okay.
Yes, I suppose we should level with you. He's not a digger forged. He's a forge digger.
It's an important distinction.
Take
Very.
back what I said about Incalar. They are dumb. Okay.
Hey Fenris, it works. They think we're dumb.
Gonna like knock at him and be like, "Oh, all right. I mean, I'm just glad you're on my side." And are we in the burrow now?
Yeah, you back her. You're back. Oh,
Mhm.
sorry. I'll put you on the. Just so you have it. get you all there. Yes, you are back in the burrow, safe away from prying eyes. It is late. Obviously, there's no sun or moon to distinguish how late it is, but you know you're starting to feel quite tired. So it's pretty late in the evening.
Okay. Well, I'll leave you to it, I suppose.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Okay. I'll leave them to
If,
their accommodations.
Okay. Artrin, as you go to leave, you and Zora spent a bit of time gathering supplies. You got some outfits, rations, rope, gear that you might need for infiltrating the Opera House. And all the while that was happening, and through these conversations, your hand still stings from where the Stageman burned you.
Mm-hmm.
And while you've healed yourself and you've, put lay on hands and cleared it of any actual burns, there's something deep to that burn that went a few layers in, and it still stings. And as you kind of make your way away from the rest, upstairs, kind of glance over your shoulder and see your companions. You actually see Caché kind of giving Fenris a hand to take off some of that armor. And there's just a brief moment where you see very similar burns all across her shoulders.
I kind
As you
of
walk away upstairs.
go a little wide-eyed, and the penny drops. I'll kind of linger for a second and kind of contemplate all. But
She is buff.
Oh. I'll choose not to say anything. I don't know them that well. I'll keep going.
Okay, keep going. Okay. The rest of you, is there anything you would like to do before you head to sleep?
No, I think I'm good.
Let's see.
Just remind, where are we exactly?
You are staying kind of in the main foyer of the burrow, while Artrin, Zora, Bo, and you again don't see Leo very often until they want to be seen. But the three of them are kind of headed upstairs.
We're probably going into Al's tower again, are we?
It's up to you.
It's up to Hal.
That's up to you. Where is Al? I don't know.
Yeah, Al is lost in dreams.
He's slightly time shifted.
He's actually already lived this day. He's coming back.
Guys, I know the lot of numbers.
I will say, as you're kind of deciding where you're going to rest and kind of, again, donning off the armor, putting things aside, getting ready to sleep, Fenris, you hear a familiar voice in your head. I can feel your anger. It is bitter on the tongue.
I have precious few sweet memories.
The great spirits said we were bound to a path of vengeance. You and I.
A path I wish to see to the end.
And kind of from the corner of your eye, see a little bit of a hazy visage of your patron in her humanoid form, those long curled horns, Smoke almost seems to kind of pass between her teeth. Just remember who you are, Fenris. You are far more than what they made you.
So I can say a great many things here, but I'm afraid I will only know in the moment.
Of course. Just
So I'll make my choice then.
I am with you. Always.
And I am better for it.
But it recedes slightly. Once more back in the space.
I'll turn to the group and say, since I am not tapped, is there anyone you would like me to keep tabs on? So 10, 20.
Oh, nobody wants anybody to scry. Okay, let's go. Let's move on.
Yep.
Let's,
You want me to scry on anyone?
Just kidding.
I mean, like, we should probably keep eyes on the bomb.
Mm.
Probably a good shout.
Yeah, I can't scry on an object, but...
You can
We
you
know
can
who's
scry
near
on the
them.
holders.
Mm-hmm. Right, I guess I will get right in position, begin laying the blade across my legs, get into position, and take out the vial
Okay.
for blood, and concentrate, and get scrying. And that's a -10 to her save modifier.
Fuck. That's right. Damn it. She rolled a natural 20. Got really excited there.
Well, depending on her wisdom save.
So that'd be a 16.
Oh, just fails.
Okay.
She's getting better though.
Well, a natural
say-
20
say-
won't even.
What
What I'll say to honor the natural 20, but also that you know that it's not high enough for her for the DC. I will say you find your position, you sit, you relax. Rest of your party, keeps an eye on you. So it is around nearly midnight where you are. So time zones. Okay. So it's early morning, or it's kind of later morning over in that part of the world. So you kind of fade once more into the scry, and just like before, you're always on Dragonback at that point, flying through the clouds. And as Silverlight tips her wings, getting closer and closer to that very same flying airship that Enya escaped on before. You actually see two figures up on the deck. Once more, you see the drow that you now know as Tarlin and Enya. Tarlin seems to kind of wave away the pilot and order them below deck. And as you get closer, you find that the voices are a little muffled, and you're having a hard time really making out exactly what they're saying. But
if I say I spend my other spell slot, can I try and push it to see if I can hear it? Can I push the power?
I'd say it's just because of the natural 20. It's kind of made it that it's you're gonna get stuff. Don't worry, but it's the full
No, that's fine.
conversation But what you get the sense of is that Tarlin is quite upset at Enya.
Mm-hmm.
And there's something that you pick up on. While the words are, again, muffled and hard to distinguish, you're reading a lot of their body language. And you can see how calm Tarlin is. He doesn't raise his voice. He remains quite composed. But there is a darkness to that. You see Enya kind of shrinking away a little bit. There is a commanding sense from him that he could strike at any moment. You hear words being exchanged of, we don't have time to return. They have to make it on their own. Enya's pleading with him, we can't just leave them. We can't abandon them. They're our people. Get more of a, that's what happens in war. And you watch as Enya processes that and looks to him and goes, don't be her. And those words cut deep across his face. She turns around and walks away. And you watch as this young, tired-looking Tarlin moves to the edge of the ship. Composes himself. And stares off. And the sky begins to fade.
Okay. I will come out of the scry.
Okay.
So, things are not seeming to go very well for them. They have lost some of their own, and they seem to be on quite a tight time. They don't have enough. Well, they think they don't have enough time to rescue some of their own. So I say, after the opera, we must pick up the pace.
Losing some of their own might make them desperate.
Yes. Now the real question is when we do get back, how much of this are you going to be telling the military?
I haven't quite decided. Not since my little epiphany. Things have become a lot more shadowy.
Mm-hmm. So I suggest, if I may, that you think long and hard on who you actually want to confide in with this.
Very true. If I could stop it myself, all the better.
It's not to be rude, but you are on very thin ice with them.
Yes. But my level of care right now about that is also quite low.
So that's just not telling them because it would get you in very hot water, and they will be mired in red tape before anything happens, and the bomb will go off. So I think this is time we would you ignore them and approach the situation with your own judgment, not theirs. Or even perhaps if you are, as I say, too close to this,
I was going to say,
then
you may not like
maybe
my judgment either.
maybe someone else might maybe talk to them, someone a little less invested.
You know, I've
In
never
person.
seen you talk this.
Oh, you have to repeat that.
You know, I've never seen you talk so politically ever.
No,
It's okay. I know I'm
so it must be
raging mad when it comes to this. You can just say it.
So it must be the city.
Surprising. Not the city I thought you'd become a politician in.
It's how you say, the trip to the gentlemen's clubs reminds me of home.
Let's hope for not for much longer.
Definitely not.
Okay. Not to cut in, but I think we'll move on to the long rest, unless there's anything else anybody wants to do. Okay, long rest. So you can roll those hit die, get your character sheet back up. For expedience sake, it's about midnight, so you're gonna sleep. Some of you 8 hours, some of you 4. You get in the morning. It is now the day of the opera. We'll switch over to the next day. There it is. So, to just kind of, again, for kind of moving forward, I am all set for you guys to move into the opera house. Is there anything anybody wants to do before the performance tonight?
I suppose clarify exactly how each of us are getting in.
Yes. So Artrin and Zora have laid out a plethora of outfits. Zora's slowly kind of picking and choosing what she's going to wear. Artrin, you have access to what you want to wear. You all need to decide how. Yeah, talk amongst yourselves. How are you getting in? And Zora will look at all of you and go, I don't think there's any weapons allowed. Or be prepared to give them up at the doors.
That should not be a problem. So I'm sure Gizmo has quite a few compartments we can store some of our smaller items in.
Does
So
he?
I
She's gonna look
do
at
have for an hour, and I will say it will only last an hour, but I do have a certain spell that might allow me to take some things in. I'm talking about wrist pocket out of game.
Okay.
Very well.
Love
So I
the
could
idea.
potentially take some things in for people. However, I will only have that for an hour, and then they'll suddenly pop out of existence into existence.
Could you imagine just sitting in the
So-
auditorium?
You guys would have to be near me when this happens.
And you not take
A
it out
bunch
in
of
between.
weapons just-
I mean, like I can take it in between. I can potentially stash them somewhere, but we have to like. I've never been to this opera house.
Ooh,
This
No,
has to be
which is,
pre-decided before I go in.
Why we must decide how we are going to handle this.
Hmm.
I want to ask Terry a question and see how much stuff he can hold in my shadow.
You've never brought up anything. Does your unseen servant, is he able to do things?
This is why I'm asking Terry. I don't know how he works, to be honest. He's working
What's
in
in the
some
spell description?
ungod known way. He's taken a life of his own, so I just ask him these things now. Where is the spell?
Which means you're asking me.
Yeah,
Um,
essentially. Yeah.
Servants had told stuff.
That's
for
it. Terry, answer the question.
Yeah, go on, Terry.
Terry responds with,
Oh, I'll equip him.
All right. See, I would say that Terry would have the ability to be able to store a small firearm. However, Trouble isn't of the nightmare realm. So
It might get damaged, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that's not. You know, it's about. I'll roll a d100 to kind of see like how well he's gonna
I'd
be
say
able
Trouble
to get
should
that
go.
back to you.
Yeah, Trouble should go in the wrist pocket, I think.
Yeah, I think so. If there's going to be an element of destruction involved, I'd rather not have that happen.
So one question that's going to be going around is, how are we? What role are we each playing to get in? Like, is Al going to be the noble gentleman because he's?
I think I am the noble gentleman. I think I am the foreign dignitary of some kind.
And because you're so thin. All right, because you're so thin that Gizmo's your healthcare assistant / bodyguard.
Yes.
Well, I then be your arm candy.
Humphrey. Big brother, little brother. I'm the foreign inventor from a distant land.
Yeah. Then no one will look at you strangely because.
Oh, they'll all look at me strangely, but they won't bat an eyelid about that.
But isn't that the point? We want people looking at us so everyone else can do their thing.
Exactly.
I'd be your arm
literally
candy.
looking up spells that are literally like just show off spells.
Okay, if you want to be arm candy, I will use the disguise hat to turn myself into the drow I was going into the gentleman's club.
So, before we go in, I can hold one thing. One thing. Who is the most dependent on their thing?
I am my thing, so I think I'm okay.
You're okay. You're with me anyway. You're fine.
It's going to have to be trouble.
Is it though? What about your sword? Your entire.
I will be fine.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Are you certain?
Artrin?
I
What
mean,
about your sword? Do you need it?
not particularly. Like, I'll just like flex my muscles. Like, I'm good.
You very much are good. Yes, indeed.
Are you taking your weapon with you, or are you just leaving it here?
I mean,
Saying at the same time, you would rather have it and not need it than the other way around?
yeah. I mean, the only thing I'd be worried about is if it gets, taken away, put in some back room. Oh, we got to get out of there in a hurry.
So, well,
Pretty
if
cool
we
store.
have to get out of there in a hurry, then I doubt walls will be of any obstacle to us.
And
Well, I'll leave my sword behind. I mean,
Yes, I know. But walls will not be an obstacle. We can simply just go and get it.
okay.
Okay, so what's going in the wrist pocket?
well, DM, can you remind me?
Yeah.
Do we have a map of the place?
No.
No.
And I would
I've
say
never been in here before. I don't know anything about the layout.
no.
Neither honey iced tea.
Yeah, neither would Artrin or Zora. You do know that this particular opera house is up in the higher tiers, in the upper tiers. Artrin and Zora would have never really gone to this side of the city.
I will ask Caché before we go in, because I have to cast this ritual spell anyway. And I will make sure to ask, where would you like me to leave Trouble? Give me a description. I will try and find it.
As in, like, in the place?
Because I'm getting your gun into the place, yes.
Yeah, so, well, I'd be your arm candy right beside you, so into my lap, realistically.
Wait, hold on. Who am I going in with? I'm going in with Gizmo as my bodyguard.
Yeah, because there's only one person who doesn't have a ticket, right?
Okay.
So that's only one of us needs to sneak in.
And I don't think Gizmo actually needs a ticket being assistant spot.
That's true. I technically, if we can pass it off that I'm not the guy that I am a pure automaton.
Well, in that
case, in this place.
In that case, I'm going to cast before we go in. I know we're probably not there yet, but
Yeah.
Before we go in, just to say it, I'm going to cast Fortune's Favor on myself.
Okay, very good.
Mhm.
Convince them that
This is a
Gizmo
wise
is my.
choice.
I mean, like, we throw all of our faces into one place. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
We have so much charisma here. It's okay.
Yeah,
You do
we have a lot of
share
charisma. Part of the warlock and the paladin. So
Yeah.
The charming wizard. So I do think we should set a game plan for what we need to do and when, because everything that's going to go down with Artrin is said that we're going to be going down in the intermission.
Yeah.
So I think that because I have the Hat of Disguise, and I want to ask if Caché, can you hide in my shadow?
I literally have a spell that will make it look like I am there when I am not.
So
Okay.
fucking cool.
So you can do that and hide in my shadow as I tweak my disguises to scope out.
Well, I know I don't need to hide in your shadow. What I will be able to do is I will turn invisible for an hour, and an illusionary double of me will appear for that hour.
Perfect.
It will do what I say in a bonus action.
Yeah. So we do that in the opening act. We'll scout out the place. You can message Al then, and Gizmo and Artrin, coming up to intermission about what our plan is and who we're going after. And I think Artrin is only allowed going up on his own.
If I remember, he wanted Caché to come with me.
Yeah. Also, Caché, if you're going invisible, how am I going to give you your gun?
Well,
Just take it.
because
I'll
like
go invisible as soon as
So
he
I'm
picks
just
it up.
waving a gun around the place.
No,
hoping
no,
it's
so
invisible
the
person
gun will
to grab
come
it
out.
out of my hand.
the gun, you'll pass the gun to me, then I'll cast the spell.
So you're going
and
invisible.
the illusion, you can choose the illusion to not like it doesn't look like you.
It's literally an illusionary double of me.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. If it's an illusory double and you have a gun in your hand, you're doing an illusory double with a gun. So as I'm asking, can you change it to something that's not with a gun?
How about you
Because
just
if it's an exact double, then that's not helpful. You're just an illusion with a gun.
Can you not just bring out the gun on your lap and have something covering it, so that when you go invisible, you can pick it up, and it'll go invisible when you pick it up?
Yeah, I think we're kind of we're
Yeah, I think we're beating into it. So like,
Yeah, splitting
go
hairs.
onto the floor. I can cast the spell and then pick up the gun. Like, there's loads of different
I'm not
ways
gonna
for
get
that to
that.
Just
happen.
making sure. We just don't want to get caught right when we get in there. That's what
Yeah, no, look, I'll be honest.
I
I'll tell you now.
understand.
we have made
Yeah.
hundreds of planes. How many of them worked?
0.
Okay.
Exactly.
No.
So let's just talk about the fucking gun on the clock for a second longer.
Yeah.
To be fair, my sleight of hand is okay. So
Yeah.
I should be able to
And-
sneak a gun under a chair or something. I can't.
But this is going to be
That's fine.
a sleight of hand for both of you, probably.
It will be.
Because I
So-
think Caché is quite good at sleight of hand. So
Well then, can I say instead of casting Fortune Favor on myself, can I cast it on Caché instead?
You can indeed. Yeah.
Yeah.
okay.
Because I have many rerolls. I really have no need.
All right. So
Awesome.
Caché, you have a reroll.
Okay. Just be careful of those rerolls. We don't need a unicorn in the opera.
I can also.
That was
They're
good.
fine. Like Fortune's Favor, regardless, it's fine.
No,
Doesn't
your own
apply to that.
rerolls.
No,
I'll-
not all
I'll-
the rerolls. My own rerolls. Yeah.
Yes, I know.
I'll be
but
with you
be
as well
careful with
too,
those.
Al, when you're making like a persuasion check. So I can give you a +5, and if
Yeah.
you want, I can cast Enhanceability.
Nah.
And
No,
no,
we should be
okay.
okay.
Keep your spell.
I can give you. I
but
can
we
Unless
give
can-
it's
you a +5.
ritual, keep your spell.
Yeah, Caché can
it
inspire
is,
you
no.
before going in.
No.
Give you a
Yeah.
military pep talk. Which amounts to don't fail.
Oh yeah, very
Don't
much,
fuck
very
this.
blood. Yeah.
Don't
Whatever
fuck this
you
up.
don't.
You.
Don't.
Okay, so
Okay.
are we agreed with that? So, and then by the time intermission comes, if Caché is supposed to go up with Artrin, or is Artrin going on his own?
I will be invisible, so I can literally go with whoever.
Who
Okay.
speaks Artrim's language?
I can always
Both of us.
go.
Okay.
Zora will kind of. I'm here as well, and I can go with Artrin. Watch your back.
Okay.
Then I will go with you then.
She'll kind of look to
Sorry,
you, Caché, and speak in your mind. It's limited, the amount of distance, but I can speak to you once we're there.
Keep us updated.
You as well.
Because Caché can message people. So we should be able to have
That
some kind of
involves
contact.
sight, though, doesn't it?
I think so.
Oh, it does, yeah. But all we need to do is just get up to one of the... Well, we'll see when we get there. We'll do a scout around, and we will just plan for something in the intermission that will signal. Because
Okay.
if Artrin and Zora have to go up, I'm going to do my thing during intermission, and Gizmo and Al are support, face, distraction.
I'm just here to enjoy the show. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know why you expect anything of me.
I'm not going to.
I hope not.
You are holding the fort, so no one notices that we're gone.
Okay, very good. I can cause a distraction. I can engage the crowd if anything
Yes.
goes wrong.
I think between us we got this.
Yes. If
Oh, absolutely.
if anyone is getting NC, you can merely just serve them a few drinks.
The absolute dream.
Serve them drinks. Excuse me. If the show stops, I'm getting on stage and I'm taking it over.
Very well.
I don't
that
doubt
it?
that for 1 second.
I'd like to see that.
I wouldn't.
Gizmo,
Throwing
Let's
my
not do
entire-
that.
My whole
So
entire
are you,
performance away, I
able to
need
record
Al to be on
anything?
stage.
Damn,
Are you in any way capable of recording this?
that's a good idea. Voice note, install camcorder.
Voice note activated.
Ah,
Okay.
Also,
so-
Humphrey, I know I just gave you a voice box, but remember, you need to stay quiet during pretty much all of this.
Is that what you intended?
Sorry, Discord just froze again.
Yeah.
I said, my voice that you installed is quite feminine. Is that what you meant, friend?
Humphrey, I remember you calibrating your own voice. You literally chose this voice.
I was just seeing if you were paying attention.
Yes, of course.
Most of the time.
I do like it. Thank you.
Marvelous. But remember,
And he will make this horrendous sound as he mentions what you do. Like static.
no, don't do that. No, Humphrey, seriously. Someone will think there's an electrical fire. Please.
Just kind of smiles. Twitches his mustache. But, okay. Are you
Guys,
all
this is going to be difficult.
I do have
headed away?
I do have a spell choice question. I'm choosing a
course.
spell here, but I need 25 gold pieces of gold dust. Between my artificer ability, right tools for the job, and I have enough gold. Can I ground up enough gold dust for 2 casts? Say?
I'd say so. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. Mark off the gold, if you don't mind.
Yeah, 50 gold, I assume.
Perfect.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Lovely. Okay. So, not to hurry you all along, but the night grows closer, and on your tickets it says the performance will start at a certain time, so you begin to make your way to the upper tiers. With your attire and dress code, you actually make it through to the Crystal Galleries a lot easier. Artrin and Zora both kind of have the god damn it kind of feel, because they usually don't go up to these to the upper tiers, but you are able to actually pass quite easily. I do need a performance check from everyone to see how well you do going up into the upper tiers, into the Crystal Galleries.
Also, my head disguise is the Jawa was as, because he was going into gentleman's club with them. I'm wearing something fancy, but I visibly has no weapons.
Okay, I'm assuming Silverlight's still on you.
Yeah.
Okay.
But hidden under the disguise.
Okay.
Forts.
27 for Artrin.
Archer, you
After
belong
19.
up here.
performance
Gizmo?
25.
13 for Gizmo.
13 for Gizmo. Okay. That seems very fitting.
Hopefully,
Sorry.
my performance check isn't as high.
Can't find my dice.
I move extra robot-y.
Love it. Love it.
I guess I'm just not refined. 11.
Oof. All right. 11.
I am going to use one of my luck points.
Already.
Oh no.
This is
Reroll
going
that.
swimmingly.
Look, I got a lot of rerolls. I may as well just use them.
You
What
might as
did
well,
you-
like.
What did you get,
Yeah.
Fenris?
11.
11,
Do that
13,
again, maybe, Sev?
26, 27, and what?
He got another one.
Did you get another one?
That was a 7.
Can I?
Oh, was it a 1 or a 1? Was it?
Was it worse?
It was worse. Yeah.
It's up to you.
So
It's a 10.
Total.
Yeah, total. Yeah.
Okay.
how many times could you do your
I don't know. Can I do it again?
Can I give him advantage by being the louder face in the just being? I'm just going to kind of throw up a Karen strap. Just absolutely throw it up
This
so that they
coat
pay
does not
attention to me.
fit me. It's not made to my shape. I am long and gangly, and this is gangly and long.
To be honest, though, if you're the foreign dignitary, you should be standing out.
I was gonna say actually, to be fair, if your hope was to draw attention between Al and Gizmo, that is exactly what happens.
And it is.
Possibly not in the refined, dignified, who's this foreigner? Instead, it's, oh no. Who's this?
Invited
As-
these guys.
Yeah, Al, you look extremely out of place. Gizmo also.
Nassim, you are a terrible tailor. I hate you so much. Oh, I
Here's
told
the-
you.
Speaking in languages that nobody understands.
Oh, this is Celestial.
Oh, even worse. Like way people don't speak a Celestial. So yeah, you're getting a lot of eyes, but not in a oh my goodness, whisper. It's kind of like a, oh my gosh, do you see that one there? Like kind of
Yeah,
as you're
weird customs.
Yeah, and then they're just they look at Al and they're kind of talking behind their hands, and then they just stop looking at Gizmo, and everybody just kind of goes silent, watching as Gizmo goes by. Yeah. Caché, I'm assuming you're on Al's arm.
Glamoured up.
Oh, there's definitely a few people catch you as well and are a little bit, you look like very much like you belong here. Actually, I should ask you, what form are you in?
I've glamoured my drow up to my drow form, and I've glamoured myself a copy of a dress I had seen at the Gentleman's Club the night before.
Right, perfect. Mark off a spell slot because of your glamour.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then, so are you're the group of 3, are you approaching first? And then Artrin, Fenris, and Zora are...
Yeah. I'll be second with Artrin.
Perfect.
Granted,
One, the nice
I do
thing is that no one really pays attention to the 3 of you at the back.
Even though it looks like a gorilla who's been strategically shaved and put in a suit.
No, because I mean you're again, because of your DCs were a lot lower because you are appearing as individuals from the Underdark, not these Astral Elf and the Digger Forge. Yes.
Sorry.
You're all right.
Slight recon. Can I have ritually cast telepathic bond?
Oh.
Sorry, I completely forgot I added that as a spell.
I have no problem. You haven't gotten fully in, so yes, I'd say. So
Okay.
how long does that last, and who are you casting it on?
It lasts an hour, and I'm going to
Lasts an
cast it.
hour.
I can cast it up to eight willing creatures.
Okay,
So everyone.
that's your party.
Great. That's it.
So I'd say as you're nearing and you're kind of making a fuss, there's a moment where you can kind of, look like you're fixing your outfit and you actually cast telepathic bond.
Thank
So
you.
I believe that means that everyone can speak to each other, correct?
Indeed.
Yeah.
Now
We
question.
all have walkie-talkies now.
Does telepathic bond automatically change languages to being able to understand?
I'm
So-
pretty sure everyone can understand each other in this.
Whether or not they have a common language.
Brilliant. Okay.
Cool.
Wow. So for the first time, Artrin, Zora can understand Al. And strangely enough, Gizmo.
Hello there.
Zora kind of looks at
Hey.
you.
This
Your
is weird.
voices are in my head. Do you hear them?
Who, me or them?
Artrin.
Yeah.
Okay.
I hear all.
On.
So do I. Isn't it great? We can all talk all the time. Wherever.
Nice.
Well, for an hour.
Let's do this.
Yes, this
Say
is,
again.
How long have you been able to do this?
Oh, only since about last night.
It's a few hours ago.
So specific.
yes.
didn't know
So
you were
that is,
So specific.
this is very convenient.
Yeah.
This
Isn't
would
it?
be perfect for such a
Again-
large gathering, or perhaps even a university party.
It only lasts an hour. I
Yeah.
will remind you of that.
Though,
Yes.
that sleep really leveled up your abilities.
All the time. I mean, what's life if not just getting better?
I preferred it when I couldn't understand you. You're really cocky.
Very, very. Let's
Well,
go.
I
Come on.
like your honesty, and I'm sure we'll become fast friends. Do you like to drink?
Who doesn't?
Well, very good. Fast friends, as I said.
That's how he gets
Yeah.
you.
Gets you what?
Yes.
That you have no choice.
Drunk.
He wants to be your friend. You're now going to be his friend, whether you like it or not.
We'll give you pen pals.
Pen pals, can you write common?
No.
Oh, am I back?
You just froze.
Oh yeah. Okay. No. No, I cannot.
That's unfortunate. I'll just have to keep casting the spell. I can also enter your dreams.
Okay,
Discord
that was,
froze.
that was
That
actually a
pause was
perfect
perfect.
pause.
Yeah.
That was actually a perfect pause.
And I get into your dreams. Silence.
Silence.
What?
I mean, it's on you, but I don't think you'll like what you'll see.
I can change it. It's fine. Don't worry.
Don't go messing with dreams.
Say he could
There's
change
consequences.
your dreams. That's
Yeah,
it.
you sure did. It's been
Okay.
odd.
She's gonna kind of. She can't really link arms with you because she's so much shorter than you, but she is gonna stay kind of close to you and just kind of keep an eye on Al. Zora is, and then you can all of you. Am I back? Hello.
Yeah.
You're back.
All I
now.
heard was
Like
all
now.
of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of you
Focus,
notice. All of you notice how anxious Zora has become as you're getting closer and closer. And she'll kind of look to all of you. As wonderful as being able to understand yourselves, we need to get in now, please.
Focus, everyone.
Just before, are we like, we're in a crowd now? So if I was to start talking, that people would notice it, would they? Or still? Oh, sure, we have with the telepathic bond. Yeah, with the telepathic.
Yeah, with the telepathic bond, you can speak. Yeah.
I might have something that might be able to help you out as well, Fenris. It could get you out of a bind. I'm gonna like put out a palm, and palm is just a gold coin.
So I trust you, so I will take it. So I'm not sure if this is an actual gold coin or if this is something that will turn into a bomb, or perhaps saw their heads off.
It's something that can be done, but this one in particular, I've infused it with one of my abilities. If you focus on it, you'll be able to move someone, teleport them from where they are to somewhere else. Essentially, it's an infused coin with the spell Vortex Warp in it.
Oh,
And you
Nice.
so
So
cool.
as an action, you
Nice.
can use that to cast Vortex.
Yes.
On yourself or
Nice.
anyone else?
It has to be on another person, but
Yeah.
Are you sure?
If you need to get someone out of somewhere, might be good.
Yes. That will be very useful. Hopefully that someone will not turn out like the last time Al did it.
Ideally.
Well, no, to be fair, that wasn't Vortex Warp. That was an entirely different spell that I'd never used before, but okay, fine.
So I'm talking about the ones you put into the lava in the Hellfire Club?
Yes, but I intended to do that.
Exactly.
Oh, yes, he did.
As I am not intending to do this, I am hoping for a much different outcome where they will be alive.
Well, that's good. I'm glad to hear it.
Good.
Proceed.
Now, we set adventure forth.
Nestled in the crystal galleries, in the upper tier, you find yourself standing outside of a grand theater. A testament to both grandeur and mystique. Carved within the living rock, its entranceway is a delicate archway. Soft crystal shards and carved ivory all make up this arch. There is almost moonstone-like polish on the outside. It's hinting of the enchantment that is around it. So, the two groups.
Enchantment?
Mm-hmm.
What's the enchantment?
Enchantment. Hard to tell from here, Al, unless you want to take a closer look.
Without being obvious,
Pretentious?
preferably, yes. But no, always pretentious. I'm just generally pretentious.
Okay.
Just not obviously more pretentious than I usually am.
Okay, straight Arcana roll.
Fabulous. Oh, but Jesus. No, come on. Why am I rolling so badly? That's a 12.
A 12. Hard to tell.
Okay.
But it does seem like there's no other entrance into this place, so this enchantment is getting everyone as they enter. So, the first group to approach. There seems to be two kind of ushers on either side collecting tickets as you get closer.
Well, I would like to be first in line, as usual.
You can go up first. And in Undercommon, you hear a sentence.
Okay.
What
And
was that?
Oh, yes, Caché, you're there. Pardon, but your construct is not permitted within the theater.
I will lean into Cache.
I will telepathically be translating this as he's saying it, and then
Why am I leaning for? This is ridiculous.
yeah. I will turn to the usher, but the reason we are here is we are invited to show all the people afterwards.
Show what? What are you?
This is a marvelous invention.
This is my creation. I would say in
Dig your
Celestial.
sword. Say in Celestial.
He said this is his creation. The great Balthazar. Have you not heard of his exploits?
Okay. I definitely need a persuasion check.
Oh hell yes!
Could I help by turning to Zora behind them and being like, "The Balthazar"?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Also,
Can I,
telepathically to Al, I'm just going to say, can you please use a language I understand?
Fucking. What languages do you speak?
Elvish.
Can I help by throwing off the guard's balance by asking him, can you hurry it up there, snob?
So yeah, the usher kind of is holding up his hand at the moment, and he's kind of looking back. So, but with Artrin and Zora, they've kind of put on a little bit of performance there. Artrin, I'll do one for Zora as well. While the two of you kind of Balthazar.
24 is what I got for my roll.
Remember, you got to re-roll as well if you want it.
Natural 20 for 28.
Oh no, okay. Between that and the natural 20 behind it, this usher is like, I've never you can see it on their face. They're trying to be like, oh right, of course we were expecting you. Yes. Do you have your tickets?
Yes, I whip out the tickets.
Brilliant.
Okay, yes. Definitely Cache has my ticket.
You watch as they tip the tickets behind them in under that arch, and there's kind of a shimmer of light that passes through, and look at the tickets. Yes, no, that's fine. Yes, enjoy the show, Balthazar. It's lovely to have you here. They just make a big show of it and take the tickets.
Make an overly dramatic, like jerky bow.
And then they'll just say, "Your construct might struggle to find a seat in the auditorium. If you want to leave it at the coat racks, he's welcome to stay there."
In Elvish, I will turn to Caché, but I'm actually speaking to Gizmo, and just be like, "They're saying you can stay by the coat racks. I'm sure we'll find a way to get you somewhere else, but that's the way it goes." And I will communicate this telepathically with Caché as I'm saying it to Gizmo.
Okay.
I'll then telepathically communicate back. I'm okay with waiting there if you think that any eyes that need to be drawn, you can take care of that. If needs be, it might be good to have someone in another part that has eyes on.
Telepathically without making any sign to
Telepathically,
anyone
and in what
outwardly.
language? No, I'm just kidding.
In,
I'm just
like,
kidding.
telepathic, it doesn't matter. It's any language. It's English. We're
It's
speaking
fine.
English. Telepathically, we are speaking English. I will say, well, I suppose we'll see where the coat rack is.
Sounds good.
Okay.
And then I will nod to the bouncer and proceed.
Brilliant. You three go in. Hands go up again for Artrin, Zora, and Fenris. Tickets.
I'll hand over our tickets.
All right, you're
I'll
free.
just
They
thrust it. I'll just thrust the ticket at him, kind of
put
brutally.
it underneath. Fucking lucky. Takes it back. Begins to kind of look at through the tickets, and as they do, another usher comes over and actually taps their shoulder. They don't get to the last ticket, and they kind of lean over and they're kind of discussing amongst themselves for a quick moment that it's only just a few more minutes before the performance starts. We have to hurry it along. They're just like, okay. Rips off the ticket, gives you back your seat numbers, and then takes the tickets and ushers you all inside to the lovely Opera House. So, get you all there.
We.
Very
So,
slow loading today.
oh god, I hope hope it's gonna work for you, Miguel.
I have faith. Yay, I'm in.
All right. Perfect. A lavish foyer opens to all of you, with two separate descending staircases on the left and right hand side. The main doors leading into the auditorium are in front of you. At the center is a breathtaking statue of a great worm. Every scale glinting gold, reflecting the soft glow and of the crystals in the chandelier above it. Many of the guests are gathered in small pockets together. They're talking amongst themselves, speaking behind fluttering fans and glasses of wine. Drinks are offered to you, of course. So,
Take it.
So
Take it.
I will happily take a drink. However, DM, where is Humphrey?
Probably attached to Gizmo at this point.
You should be sat atop Gizmo's
right
shoulder.
there.
Yeah.
Very good.
Right with... Oh, nope, that's on top of Gizmo. Oh,
There's two Humphreys. Oh, never
there he
mind.
is. Go away, Humphrey. There he is. He's there. Sorry about that. I forgot Humphrey. But there's kind of a glowing, like the glowing crystals to the chandelier. They're not actually candles. Any kind of light source in here is actually from these kind of glowing crystals. It's actually, let me just make sure too. Do you have the right lighting? It's actually a bit darker in here. I might have forgot to put the lighting up. Not that dark. There we go. A little bit darker. All right. So, the opera house is open to you. Where would you guys like to go?
Is there kind of like a darkish corner in this foyer?
I mean, yes.
Yeah, I
Can-
would.
Really?
I want to kind of guide you over there for a second so you can drop the gun.
I will probably, like, in knowing that that's what we're going to do, see the Caches walking over to a dark corner, and maybe, like, go around going, like, just, like, looking kind of pensively at the walls, the decoration, make my way around, kind of, like, obviously, but also to the point of people kind of being like, oh, that's what he's doing. Okay, leave him to it, and ignore him.
Okay.
I'm-
I even
I'm-
say you
I'm
guys
gonna
could
be
make your way
following
towards the koi
Balthazar.
pond. Balthazar, yes. The koi pond is probably the best place to be getting kind of time away and space. You can kind of duck underneath some of the stairs, talk amongst yourselves, and
I can stand in a way as well too, where I'm like obfuscating the most amount of people.
exactly.
Yeah.
You're kind of taking the feel. So yeah, you two, if you are trying to exchange hands with the gun, which is never something I thought I'd say in D&D, but I love it. Sleight of hand check for both of you, please.
Jokey. Come on now, give me a good roll.
I'm going to preemptively just give a flash of genius to this because this needs to work.
To whom?
+5 to whoever's making the check.
They're both making.
We're both
it.
both
making a check.
Oh, well then
I
I will preemptively hold it for whoever has lower.
I got 17.
17.
I got 21.
Okay, so I'll give this +5 to Caché.
To Caché. Perfect. All right. Easily done. The two of you, while kind of arms slinked around each other, really trying to kind of put off this sense of being a couple. Eye candy, as you said, Caché. You're able to easily slip the gun to Caché, so you now have your gun under your illusion, I'd say.
Mm-hmm. I will then cast Mislead.
Okay. 2.
I will cast it on myself, so I will become invisible.
Okay.
Form into the shadows. And in my place, as I turn invisible, an illusory double of me appears holding Balthazar's hand.
Okay.
And I basically order them to behave in the manner I was, and just go with him.
Okay. So the illusion continues with you.
Do I notice that you've done this? Knowing that this is the plan, do I know? Do I notice the moment?
I would have had to cast a spell. Its
Yeah.
component is S. That's somatic, so that's
Somatic, so that's hand movements.
yeah. I would have had to do a little jig.
I feel like it's the Webley arms.
I
As
will.
she
I will
slinks
reach
into
up
the shadows.
as you go to grab my hand. I will reach up and I will pull it down. And I'll just be like, I'll give you a kiss on the hand and be like, "There's no need for such excitement."
So
Right.
good. So
If
good.
this is drawing any attention, can I try and find somewhere to slip away and change my disguise into one of the ushers?
Well, actually, you are currently the three of you, Artrin and
Oh, right.
Fenris and Zora, are actually being approached by one of the ushers,
Okay.
No.
who approach the two of you. I do apologize, but I will need to take your weapons off of you. We understand disguise is here, but we do need to see the weapons away before you go into the auditorium.
Yes, of course. I'll unhook the blade from my belt.
Kind of comes out from the armor, and they take it and look to you.
Look to me.
Yep.
Okay.
I won't
will
ask why an Ilith-Kalar has an illusion, but perhaps you just want to see the opera, so I understand.
I will unhook Silverlight and hand it over.
Okay, they take it. There seems to be an air of many people use illusions to glamify themselves while they're here seeing the opera, so there's this kind of sense that they understand, but they need to disarm you. And you two showed up having weapons. So they take.
So they can see through all the illusions.
You don't know. They seem to have
Okay.
approached you though.
Okay. I'll move to a second plan.
They give you 2 numbers, 17
Mhm.
and 84. So 17
Okay.
to Artrin, 84 to Fenris.
Fenris.
And they slink away, seeming to and you watch as they go towards kind of like an area where you see a lot of more weapons kind of like stacked to the side. There's actually 2 of those masked individuals that you saw with the Stageman. They have one half of that happy smile and one half of the sad smile on their masks, and 2 of them are standing guard over the weapons. They're kind of over in this corner here, but they're obviously not there on the map, but they're about there.
Okay.
And you watch as this usher takes your weapons away, and then goes through the crowd and start taking others. So they're going around to everyone in the foyer, and they're disarming in a very polite way. They bring drinks to people. They have a conversation. They take the weapons. They go. It's all very uppity above board. So
They haven't seemed to notice me though, invisible. If they can see.
no, there's a reason for that. So no. Yeah, I don't know if you know. I'm not going to explain it. You can figure it out.
They can see through invisibility. Bollocks.
Oh, maybe no. It was. I'm thinking maybe it was the scan. Do you know that light that
We
happened
went
in
through the
front
scanner,
door?
yeah.
So
Yeah.
we might have pinged. It's like a metal detector for weapons.
Illusions.
And because
This
yours
is all
was in a wrist pocket.
in our head, though.
I'm
We
a
could
s-
pass that off as
Yeah.
that was when me and Humphrey went through.
And also, if it was technically another plane of existence, if I wrist pocketed
Oh,
the
yeah.
weapon.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Hmm.
I think the trouble is safe, and if they can see through illusions, that's a minor inconvenience right now.
Yeah. I will let you know
Or
telepathically
distraction.
they're beside you.
Or the distraction, so like that's fine. If no one's looking at Fenris, that's actually going good.
Yep.
At the moment, they are looking at Fenris and Artrin, but again, the ushers seem to kind of they've taken Silverlight and Blackflyer off, and Zora doesn't have any weapons, so she just kind of she didn't ping. But I will say, perception. Everybody, give me a perception check, please.
if I notice that they're looking at Fenris and Cache, or not Fenris, sorry, Fenris and Artrin and Zora
Artrin.
quite a bit, I will openly, again in Elvish, just like remark on the beauty of the koi pond. However, how I feel it is cruel to keep koi fish kept in captivity in such a way, and that I really think they should be returned to the wild, and just go off on a spiel.
The
Brilliant.
illusionary version of Cache would just start nodding in awe and looking at him as if he's the best thing in the world.
With an unnatural 20 for perception as well.
Oh my god, brilliant.
Mhm.
They got a
Gizmo
21
stands
for
there like a
perception.
robot, but inside, Gizmo is just going.
Facepalm.
It's quite a performance, and I'll say too, just knowing the 2 of you and your high charismas, the last few roles that you've had, you pull this off. People are definitely, their eyes are being drawn to, the guests' eyes are being drawn to you. The ushers are doing their job. They're bustling around people. They're getting drinks. They're getting weapons off people, but they kind of have already looked at you all, so they're looking at everybody else. But the other guests are moving a little bit closer. They're fluttering their fans. They're really looking. So Al, you got a natural 20, Cache 21.
Unnatural.
Unnatural.
20.
So you two?
28.
Gizmo. Okay.
Big 4.
28. Artrin?
5.
5. Cool.
Ah, big 5.
Big 5.
Artrin, you and Zora, you kind of head off to the side, and you're kind of opposite to Al's loud performance talking about the koi pond and the koi fish. You see Gizmo and Cache, they're kind of making a scene. People are, kind of gathering, listening to all of the incredible words that Al are saying, because you're speaking in Elvish. Quite a few of them actually know and speak Elvish, so they actually can understand. So that's great. But Al, Caché, and Fenris, the three of you notice something, all at different times. Slinking between individuals of the crowd, you just see an unusual face. A pale ivory mask, crying eyes of gold. They flit between the guests, then seemingly unnoticed, and vanish.
I'm following him.
I'm going to
Okay.
communicate this with everyone telepathically.
Not really a way to follow. There was really no direction. It was like passing behind people, through people, up and around, but you look again, you're trying to kind of scan through the crowd and just can't see it.
It's like he's someone who's like in the corner of your eye all the time,
Mhm,
and like you just like keep looking around to find. I'll communicate that with everyone anyway, telepathically.
You do. Okay.
It seems we are not the only suspicious ones here.
Is he like looking at us particularly?
Nope. He doesn't
Okay.
even seem to really look at you. It's as you said, it's kind of out of your peripheral. You just kind of see them slinking through the crowd.
Oh.
Okay.
We can do now.
Slowly the lights begin to dim as a sign of the performance to begin. People begin funneling into the auditorium. So, your seats. See, Artrin and Zora, you were up here.
Cool.
Okay.
Okay. And as you approach the door, two ushers pull up their hands. Your construct might not be able to fit in the auditorium very well. It is significantly large. Does he want to wait over with the others?
I will turn to Caché and speak in Elvish and also telepathically. Where is my seat? Is it an aisle seat?
Let me see your ticket. Looks at your ticket.
Caché?
Yes, you are on the aisle. Yes,
Well, then my construct can stand beside me.
but it will block the others.
I'm sure you have aisles large enough for anyone to pass around my construct. He is quite nimble.
Oh, Balthasar.
The usher kind of. Sorry. The usher kind of. Balthazar. Yes, of course. Well, perhaps we can find you a better seat if you're insistent on having your construct with you.
I mean, a better seat. What do you mean?
Well, and kind of looks to the other usher. The other usher's just kind of like.
Can I get closer to the front?
And then pointing at at Gizmo, who's just 8 feet tall. And they're just like, where is he gonna go?
I mean, put me at the
I'll
front,
say-
then he won't be
I'll say-
obstructing anyone.
I'll say telepathically to Adele, "Look, we're in now. Do you need me to be there beside you? Like I said, if we have eyes on in other locations, that might be good."
Best not leave him alone.
See the other usher going, we're a
can
full
let you know if
house
there's any
tonight.
problems."
There's no other place for it. There's no other seat unless you're going to give them a box. And then-
Fine. I'll take my original seat and my construct can wait. By your coat rack. Preferably near a door. I don't want him,
Of course.
being
It's just
stolen
here.
by
It's over
some
by the
other
weapons.
prospective inventor.
I do
I'm worried,
apologize.
This is an invaluable creation, one of what I've spent much time and resources perfecting. I do not want him straying away or having some low-life scum steal him away from me.
I can assure you we have the best protection in place for individuals who join us from afar. We will make sure your construct is safe. So you can enjoy the performance in peace, and others can enjoy it as well and not have a giant metal man standing in their way. You can understand. There's very important people here tonight, including yourself.
Of course. part of the reason I'm here. Proceed.
Right this way, Construct.
Affirmative.
Humphrey follows in your footsteps. Moves over. So they take you over to kind of the over where kind of the weapons are. There's like it kind of tucks in and around a very narrow hallway, and you can actually see there's like lines of coats and other bags and assortment of things, and they kind of usher you closer to there. The two guards, the ones with the masks, this is the first time, Gizmo, you've seen these masks. These are very tall, nimble looking individuals in long kind of robes, with one half of the mask smiling, one half of the mask the kind of downward, the sad one, just like the yeah. I didn't know if I described that very well, but you know what I mean. They kind of take you away, and Humphrey as well, and so you can all proceed into the auditorium if you wish, except for Gizmo.
Did El's distraction attract a lot of attention?
Yeah, people are definitely. Yeah, a lot of people are kind of looking. They're making like, oh, did you hear of Balthazar? I haven't heard of that name yet. Have you not heard of Balthazar? Don't pretend you know who Balthazar is. Yeah, people are really like,
okay.
I think I dated him in high
Artrin
school.
side.
I'm gonna try and take my chance here and try and slip away. I'll first test if I can alter disguise while moving through the crowd if no one's paying attention. Into one of the ushers, and then try and make my way away from the auditorium to start.
Okay. So I need a stealth
around.
check from both of you.
I'm invisible.
Never mind. I need a stealth check from Fenris.
Yeah, I'm gonna try it and see.
Okay.
Okay. Stealth is great. 16.
16? Okay. I'd say with the lights are fully like getting lower and lower at this point, the performance is going to start in a matter of minutes. You wait for some of the dimming to happen, and you're able to kind of sneak in and around and able to change your shape. Are you taking on a shape of an usher?
Yeah.
Perfect.
I'm gonna try.
Easily done. You can.
And I'm gonna stand
now...
out.
Cache's following like this. And Terry
We're
as
like-
well.
Just following
Okay.
the sneaky tippy toes.
So now you are an usher.
I want
Where are you
to
headed?
see well, first I want to check. Have any of the other ushers noticed that I'm not an usher? Can they see straight through it?
When looking around, even with your passive perception, no, they don't. They don't seem to be
Okay.
looking at you any other way.
So I'm gonna operate on the assumption that they knew what I was and what I was carrying through the door. So
That's
I'm gonna
up to you.
follow with. I'm gonna work off that assumption, whether that will work or not. And once everyone's kind of moved the seat, I'm gonna move around and start moving back towards.
Right or left?
I don't know if I can get out of the foyer.
There's two staircase. One going left, one going
Okay.
right.
I'm gonna take my chances at the left.
Want me to follow you, or will I take the other?
I'll say follow me for now.
Okay.
I will get a scope of the place, and then once we have enough information, we can make a plan then.
Heading up to the left, you said?
Yes, let's go
Yeah.
off to the left.
Okay.
Just I start left to work my way around.
As you approach the left-hand side, you see Gizmo standing, quietly there amongst all of the other items that have been stashed away. But as you approach, one of the ushers kind of comes up behind you, Fenris, saying, "What are you doing? That's the Sapphire Boxes. You're needed on the other side."
Ah, of course.
Yeah, VIP. You know this. You're not supposed to be over there.
Yes, of course.
Now come on, the show's about to start. They're not even looking at you. It's like they saw your outfit and they're like, come on. And they're like, they're getting everybody
Yeah.
going and they're trying to get everybody in
Okay.
the right spaces.
Up to the right then.
Okay. quickly.
I am very intrigued by
I'll move briskly and telepathy to Caché. It's like, no, that's interesting.
I'm gonna
Keep
stay
in
here.
touch. Keep in touch.
Mm-hmm.
And I will kind of briskly walk with the kind of just been reprimanded look over.
Okay, you do so. Heading over to the right-hand side. There's no block or any like door or anything. You can just walk freely down this hall. There's no people, and everybody's starting to really get into the auditorium. The ushers close the door behind the last few, and it is now slowly becoming quiet. So at the moment, Artrin, Al, and Zora are in the auditorium, just so I know. Gizmo, you are standing outside. Caché, you're up by the left-hand door. Fenris, you're over there. Okay, I love it. You're all split apart. This is fantastic.
Uh-oh.
Can I also
I know where everybody is.
can I also request an eye inside? Just for the other recording.
Oh, of course. Another eye, you said.
Yep, just inside, because I can't see the walls.
There.
Why is everything dark?
Is it dark, Al?
I mean, it is dark.
I wonder if that's because I have you...
No, it hasn't started yet.
Curtains are
better?
still down. That's nice. Okay, that's much
Is
nicer.
that better? Gizmo,
Cool.
I'll change yours as well to basic vision. Is that better, Gizmo?
I can see, and yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Perfect, okay. All right. Lights are dim.
Place. Can I please ask to take this person's place so I'm closer to my, my compatriots? I want this person's seat. Please.
The person turns around. I don't know who you think you are, but no, I paid extra for these tickets.
Oh, you have no idea how much I paid for these tickets.
Well, then you're quite content to stay where you are. Turns.
It's okay. Some people just don't understand how great you are, Balthazar.
I will remember your face.
I've already forgotten yours.
Well, it seems you haven't much wit for it then.
She turns, continues to enjoy her cocktail, but as the entire auditorium holds their breath in the darkened space, stage is revealed behind a red velvet curtain. The orchestra's overture begins, flooding the room in a gorgeous melody, sorrowful tune with a rising crescendo. 2 actors walk on stage, and the scene is set. This tale is of betrayal and wrath, of love and loss, of 2 houses sworn to destroy each other with a single kiss. As the actors leave the stage, the lights go down, and once more, Artrin, you feel Zora kind of grasp onto your hand as she's sitting there.
I'll telepathically ask her, how are you feeling?
I just want to know she's okay.
I think we're about to find out.
I hope so. And as she says that last phrase to you, Icya does take the center of the stage. Dressed in a corseted white gown. Maybe. In a moment, she will appear. There she goes. She is dressed, as I said, in a white corseted gown. As the lights envelop her, you begin to hear her sing. And she sings of a shattered spirit, a voice strangled under her family's grasp, of wings she so desires but are torn from her, of a boy she longs for but can never have. The entire auditorium is just a gasp by her singing. Fenris, Caché, Gizmo. A hauntingly beautiful voice. Despite being in the auditorium, it radiates everywhere. Cascading down hallways, out into the foyer. It is stunning. So, Al, Artrin, what are you doing?
I will wait until her performance is over.
How long into telepathic bond are we?
That's a good question, actually.
That's a very good question. You cast it outside. I'd say you're 20 minutes in?
Okay, great.
40, you have 40 minutes or so?
And this is at the start of her performance or at the end?
I mean, she's still singing at this moment, so
Okay.
it's just continuing.
So I will then ask the group. I could potentially place 2 portals beside her, and if I could get line of sight outside the opera house.
Artrin, make a perception check.
I mean, would she trust you to go through it?
12.
12.
Can I offer a reroll using one of my chronal shifts?
You are close enough, aren't you? Yeah, you're not too far.
I'm
from
within 30 feet.
Okay.
Okay, I will reroll.
Artrin, you stare. You don't see anything. You stare a bit harder.
I mean, it is an improvement. 14.
14? Okay. Okay. I'd say as you watch Icya sing, she's paler than usual. You can see that she's wearing makeup, but she's a lot thinner than you remember. And ever so slightly, while she sings, there's movement to her neck. You see a thin, almost wire-like collar.
Okay. I will say back to everyone. There's something on her neck. I don't know. A collar of some kind. Could, I don't know. Could either track her or kill her.
Can I have a look at it from where I'm sitting?
Okay, go ahead. Perception check. Or unless... No, perception check.
26?
Oh, Jesus. Alright. Yeah, you see it too. It's like fishing wire. That kind of thin, catches the light once in a while. It's definitely magical. But it doesn't seem to be attached to anything, from what you can see. But you have quite a bit of experience with dealing with the West Repair Yard, and you've seen what invisible tethers can do. So, yeah.
I was thinking.
I'll say, just for that, leave you two there for a moment. Caché, are you heading up to this?
Oh yeah, I'm getting in that door.
Okay. Thieves' tools? Question mark? How are you getting in? The door's locked.
The door's locked. I did. That was a different game, like Thieves too, wasn't it?
Yeah. Shoot the lock off.
How are we getting in?
Oh shit.
We meet
Must be
again.
quiet.
Doors.
Doors.
Okay, do we have a head usher dude looking around here somewhere?
There's a few ushers still in the foyer. Not too many, though.
And even look like the head guy. Like he might be, he has a better vest or something like that. I don't know.
13 passive perception. I'd say, you know what? Instead of seeing one that looks like they belong, like a head one, you see the one that gave out to Fenris, and kind of seems to be directing people.
Can I see any key hanging off a belt or anything like that?
You are fucking lucky. Sure. Yes, you see keys.
I would like to go up and rob those keys.
Okay, sleight of hand.
You still
You
have a
act-
fortune
You
favor,
literally
I believe.
walk by Gizmo.
Yeah, I'm going to take
I
that.
can't see her now.
Everything is going according to plan, I
Oh,
see.
good. That's much better. 25.
25.
Nice.
All right, you rob the keys. You can do stuff in this invisibility, right? It's not like if you do,
Yeah.
if you interact with anything, you become visible. Right?
I think
It's
it's
a-
attack.
It's
or
only
spell.
if
It's just attack
Yeah.
or spell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
it's only
All right,
attack
so
or
you
spell.
managed to take the keys. It is a hefty ring of keys. There is now a pair of keys just floating as well from him.
Oh shit!
it doesn't go invisible when he picks it up.
It. I think it should. I don't
On the
know.
person.
It is
It's
on their
the
person.
Fine.
Cool.
Otherwise, you just drag it across the floor.
Caché. What are you
I'm
doing?
going to try unlock the door with them. I'm going to try each key.
Oh God! All right. Well, I'm gonna leave you there for a little bit, Fenris.
Not that one. Not that one. Not that one.
I-
There, none
I
of these.
I will say, there's one thing that does happen, Cache. As you have kind of snuck up to this usher, taken the keys, the doors are still slightly cracked open while some of the ushers are getting inside, and you see Icya up on stage. She's quite far away, but you do see who is singing. You recognize that it is another Darrow, very similar to Zora, so something kind of clicks. That could be the person that they're looking for. However, for a moment, you're kind of entranced by staring at her. There's a movement about her that is akin to someone else you once knew. Floating, gently swinging on an airship. Caché, the way her wrists twist are so familiar to your weather warden, Unjala, who used to navigate your skies. There's a gracefulness about her. And the thought is quite painful as you remember Unjala. But it fades.
Deep breath and then remember I'm on a mission. You can't think about this. And try those
Yeah.
keys.
It can't be Angela. She still has the back of her head.
Okay. So, I'll leave you there. Fenris, you're heading down the hallway.
Yeah, I am.
You head down this hallway and you're actually passing.
I'm heading down the hallway.
You're
As I'm
missing-
passing them, I
You're
want to
passing
pick up.
curtains, actually, like, and you realize that they're actually going into like boxes that are higher up,
Yeah.
and you see that all the seats are full up here, but you can quietly kind of go past.
I want to get a tray. If there's a tray of drinks,
Okay.
and I'm gonna kind of quietly get into everyone and have a scan around, but as a head bow to offer drinks as a
So
lonely servant.
Few of the guests kind of, oh, thank you, and take and they do their drinking. They're talking amongst themselves. They're, oh my God, isn't she gorgeous? She's wonderful. Da, 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 da.
And I want to have a look around to see if I can spot my own target.
Okay, perception check. Gosh, Ice is incredible. She's been singing this song for like
Yeah.
Yeah.
belting it out.
30.
Damn.
Big roll.
13 plus 11.
That is a hell of a roll.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
I can see through time.
You do not. You see your companions very easily. Al, Artrin, Zora are sitting in their seats. As I explained to Caché, there's a Darrow on the stage singing currently. You do not see your target as you're kind of gliding between the guests and handing out drinks. But you do see that masked figure again, up in the rafters this time above Icya. Just for a split moment, you see that pearly white mask with the golden tears as they fade from your vision again.
I will make a mental note of that and continue on to the next one. Same thing.
All right. The door that you approach is open. It's not locked.
Yeah.
Okay. You head on inside. Caché, 5 minutes pass. You get to like the fourth to last key, and finally you hear it click.
Open the doors nice and gently.
Okay.
And get
Gizmo,
my...
you hear above. Look up, the door above has opened, seemingly by the wind.
Is that you, Caché?
Yeah,
Well done.
you big fucking door.
It looked like you got it on the first try to me.
Yeah, first try, for sure.
Gizmo. So you're mentally connecting to Caché. Those two guards with the masks standing in front of you don't seem to move or notice Caché. Almost as if they are statues.
Could I make an insight check to see if these are some kind of constructs or if they're just very disciplined?
You can indeed. Insight check.
Or, whichever.
Insight perception. Ooh.
They are the same.
Okay. I'd say insight. Insight, yeah. You're reading
Insightful
body
perception.
language, so... What'd you get?
14.
14. Okay. Incredibly disciplined. That's definitely a great word to describe them. Inhuman would be another.
Shiver inside my suit a little bit. As someone who's naturally fidgety, it makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah. The one thing you do... Actually, no. You wouldn't notice this, never mind, because you're in your suit. We'll move on. So, Caché, you get up to that hallway there. Well, I'm assuming this is like a few, just a few minutes. Ice's performance isn't very long, but you're moving fast. What you see down this hallway, Caché, are two more masked individuals. One seeming to be right outside the last box, and then one at the very end of the hallway.
Is he standing in front of the door at the end?
Not in front, no. Kind of like off to the side.
Okay. Can you open this door actually as well?
Oh, yes.
After my
Yes,
monstrous
yes,
effort,
yes.
Okay. So I'm going to try and sneak up past the first one and see if he notices me.
Stealth check. With advantage, because you're invisible.
So that was pretty good. I will take the first roll. And so that's an 18 plus 8.
18 plus 8.
26.
You get past the first curtain where the first booth is, and as you are coming up to the second one, the second curtain opens and Lucas comes face to face with you. You see the Stageman look directly through you as you were invisible, but you stop. Hold your breath. He pulls the curtain behind him and continues down the hallway, like further away from you, like back towards the backstage, and that masked figure follows.
Is the door? Is it looking like the door is going to close? Because if the door is looking to close, I'm going to use my boots to levitate so I don't make noise and try yeet there before the door closes if I can get past.
Where are you headed to? Are you following the Stageman?
I am following the Stageman.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Easily done. I will need another stealth check though, because you're getting mighty close.
Oh, natural 20.
All right. I should have been advantage because you're levitating anyway, but
You
do
wind.
like I you know what? For flavor wise, we're gonna definitely flavor this as you almost leap into his shadow and just go with and through the door and then sink into the darkness, watching him walk backstage. And at this moment, then I'd say at the same time, Fenris, you make it to the other side.
Yeah, I'm gonna continue through.
You continue
And
through.
have a look to see what's here.
Okay. With the two of you now backstage, we are going to move back to Al and Artrin in the auditorium. Icya finishes her performance. The entire auditorium erupts in just love and just awe
In
of
the
her.
hubbub, I'm going to urgently ask them, so are we getting her out of here now? Or are we waiting for things to proceed?
Let's wait for things to proceed. I'm going to ask her a question real quick. And I'm going to telepathically send a message to Issa, because she's within 20, or she's within 30 feet of me.
She is.
Hey, it's Artrin. Be quick. The collar on your neck. Will it kill you if it's taken off? Or if you get too far out of here?
You see for a moment Icya's eyes try to find you in the crowd. And she goes to speak. There is no voice. Almost as if wires are pulling at her lips. She smiles and waves, but there's only sadness and despair in her eyes. Two more actors come up on stage and begin to whisk her away. You can see her trying to speak, but she can't.
Before she gets out of range, I'll just send another quick message saying we're here to save you. We'll get you out of here. Zora's here
Single
too.
tear down her face.
I'll look to Zora and if you know if she was trying to speak but couldn't. And I'll say the same thing to Al. Or actually, I'll say it to everyone if I can say it to everyone.
If she has something around her neck, maybe he actually has something to keep her in line. You should still meet with him. See if you can convince him to free her.
I think so, but can't remember the name of the house.
Look, Quinroth.
Yes. We don't know what this guy's going to be like. But we have to meet him.
We have to try. Please, Artrin, please.
We're getting her out of here. Just hope it's easier than it is difficult.
The lights begin to kind of light up again, and intermission has arrived. The stage is going to be reset, so the curtains kind of close, and some of the guests start to rise and are talking amongst each other. But intermission is here, and Gizmo, after listening to lovely performances, you watch as some of the guests start kind of funneling back out into the foyer, and they're talking about how incredible it was and this and that, and you can only understand bits and pieces because only certain of them will speak Elvish most. Artrin, as you stand from your seat, you see one of the ushers approach you. I am here to escort you.
Of course. Me and my companion.
No, just you.
Lead the way then.
Good. Turns, begins to lead you away. Al, are you doing anything?
I will ask Artrin, do you want me to intervene? Do you want to deal with this yourself?
Stick as close to the fire as you can. Anyway, is Zora coming with me or is it just me?
It's just you.
Just me, gotcha.
I will throw my hands up and I'll say, I need a drink. Artrin is obviously otherwise engaged. Zora, come with me. Let's get some wine or something.
She nods and she doesn't. You're speaking, I'm assuming, in Celestial again?
No, Elvish.
Elvish. Okay, she
Elvish,
understands
Elvish,
bits and
yeah.
pieces. She's broken
Great.
Elvish there, so so yeah, so she follows you.
Also, telepathic bond. If needed.
Yes, so if you're able to say it in telepathic bond, that's fine. So yeah, the two of you can head out to the foray. Artrin, you are led towards the left-hand side of the foyer up the stairs, and the the usher gets up to the top and takes out a set of keys and puts it in the door, and the door just swings open, and you can kind of that's a bit strange.
I might also, while I'm heading out, telepathically tell both Gizmo. Oh, no, sorry, not. Well, I will tell Gizmo, Cache, and Fenris that.
That what?
Okay.
What would you tell us?
Oh, what do you tell
I
us?
will tell you.
Telling us.
I will tell you. I'm back. I will tell you that there's
And
an
his
usher.
name is.
There's an usher leading Artrin up the left staircase.
Oh, that's where I am. I will reply.
Well,
I'm backstage. It is time to find out what is going on here as I search for my own quarry.
Gizmo, you
I
watch.
got your back.
Artrin passes. Follow the usher. You just. Are you doing anything?
I mean, like, if I do anything, that is a distraction. So
Yeah.
at the moment, things seem to be going according to plan. So I'm playing the part still.
Al, you do appear in the foyer. You see Gizmo and Humphrey standing off to the side there.
great. Well, I loudly said that I wanted to get a drink, so I better find a drink.
Yes. So, all right, you two can easily go find a drink. The usher, Artrin, brings you upstairs and leads you down towards the second booth, but he will kind of lift his hands and just go, wait outside for a moment. He doesn't like to be disturbed. Once the performance takes back off, I'll let you inside.
Okay. Can you go fetch me a drink or something?
Sure.
Attaboy.
He will. You see the clenching of his jaw as he begins to walk away.
As soon
Someone
as he
spit
walks
in your
away,
drink.
I'll be like, oh, I fucking hate these types of people.
The service like trash, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're standing out there. Fenris and Caché. Caché. Oh no, Fenris. We'll start with Fenris first, because you're on that side. Fenris, the backstage is a bustle. There's a lot going on here. There's kind of the backstage is a bustle. There's crew members everywhere. The stage is being reset. You see actually two actors talking to themselves or talking to each other. You see a very, very, very dark-skinned drow elf with just piercing red eyes, and then you see a purple-skinned tiefling woman. Two of them are just kind of talking to each other, but the drow kind of looks towards you as you approach. So you are in an usher form. What are you doing backstage?
Was told to bring drinks back here.
We have no need for food or drink, do we?
Time due. Perhaps it is hazing. Excuse me.
The two of them turn back to each other, and there's just a hollowness to the two of them.
I will take note of that and continue around. I'm walking around, kind of head down as a lowly servant.
Okay.
They used to walk around the estate.
Okay. As you pass, you see kind of a room that seems to just have all manner of kind of musical instruments attached to it on the walls, on the floor. Like it's almost kind of like that's maybe where the musicians have put a lot of their items. It is starting to get quite tight in here now because there's just so many people running about, and you see two of those masked individuals back here as well. So you're kind of slowly making your way through. Caché on the other side, you watch as the stageman kind of claps. Well done, dear. It was lovely to see you perform again. Icya slowly steps off the stage and kind of stands there. And he's like, I require you in my study. Like always. Off we go. And watches. Icya's brought back into a kind of a back room. Past more actors who just, again, they're kind of standing almost like slouched to the side a little bit, taking really no notice. And the stageman brings Icya into another room.
I'm following 100%. If what's happening, I think is happening, someone's getting a bullet.
Okay. As you go to follow Fenris, there's a moment. You almost feel the heat before you see him. But you see the stageman with Icya wrapped in his arms. So he's kind of pulling her towards the back room. And they disappear behind a curtain. You don't see Caché, but Caché, you see Fenris.
I will immediately message to everyone. I found my target. How are yours?
I've also found her.
Okay, could you please tell me where everyone is? Because I have no idea and I'm currently quite drunk.
I'm backstage.
Are you
Also
really
backstage.
Balthazar? The Balthazar? I've been telling all my friends that you're actually here. It's incredible to meet you.
Why, see, yes, I mean... You know, it's a shame these ushers forced me to give up my construct, but I would only love to demonstrate. I suppose I could call him, really.
Really?
Gizmo!
You brought him
Gizmo,
here?
make your way here.
Oh my god,
And I
you
will-
brought him here! And he starts. This woman just begins to bring all these people towards you.
I will telepathically communicate to Gizmo to make his way in the most like noisy and just cataclysmic manner he can through whatever storage unit he's being kept in. Out to everyone.
With the
Elizabeth?
artificer tool, I get to pick a cantrip. So I picked prestidigitation. So
Brilliant.
I will cast prestidigitation to cause sparks to emanate out of the joints as I'm going in the most jankiest, like about to fall apart looking walk possible.
Not even performance checks. That is absolutely brilliant. So you do, and the crowd parts for you, and there's this, oh my gosh, did you see that? They're all just talking amongst each other and looking at you, and Humphrey kind of follows behind, and you just, why are we walking so strange? He's just kind of, oh, do you see it? It's moving on its own. Oh my god. And so the woman beside you, Al, I must say, is the illusionary Caché still with you, or does that need to be in your line of sight, Caché?
No, it's just there for an hour.
It just
Yeah.
appeared. Okay, cool. It's there. This woman kind of looks at the Caché illusion and kind of has this. It could be better than that, and she really leans into you, Al, and really tries to get close. Breaks that barrier. So you invented this. You designed it all yourself. Where, I must ask? You're obviously not from around here.
I am from a distant place, and I'll be honest, I suppose I'm a bit of a tortured individual. Kind of came to me in a fugue state.
Fugue? Really? That must have been quite terrifying.
I think you could hear, like, over the telepathic line, Gizmo rolling his eyes.
I'm also going to ask Caché telepathically, are you the jealous type? Because someone is definitely hitting on me right now.
I will take a second to use my bonus action
You have to have line of sight, or are you okay?
give the dirtiest look. That I can literally take their eyes.
Okay.
I can swap back and forth, basically.
Oh wow! Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
yeah.
You see this
Different
more
one.
kind of matriarch, almost kind of female drow who's just leaning into Al and just really like almost trying to like wrap her arms around him to take him away from you. Like there's very much a breaking of the touch barrier here.
I will hit the most intimidating look that I know that I have made corporals just, whimper from, and I will hit that.
Okay.
And just go,
Go ahead and roll me an intimidation check through your illusion.
I just like the funny idea that Caché is in the background, stalking, angry, and then goes.
Just stares off.
Just for a brief second, goes.
Invisible, by the
out.
way.
so that is a 19.
A 19. Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay, a 19. Easily, I'd say, yeah. The woman sees this and then kind of goes. She pulls away a little bit. But then continues on. She's taken a step back, but she's still intrigued with Al. And is going to continue the conversation. So you two can talk about tortured souls and continue on with your discussion there. Gizmo, people are like, they're like too afraid. They're afraid to get too close, but some of them do, and they're really looking at the way you're built, and you just feel very observed.
I'm here for.
Okay.
Everything's going to plan.
Everything's going to plan. All right, so I
will say to the rest though, like especially to Fenris and Caché, let us know if you need a bit more of a bombastic distraction.
I count down from 3. There's going to be a bullet, so make something louder than that.
So we know bullets yet. It appears your target is with my target. This is fortunate for you. So I'm at the backstage. Where are you?
I just as you say that.
Just what? What is it?
Just as you say that, I tap your leg, and I'm right beside you, and then move on.
It's all right. No. So I saw where he went, but I do not like this. So I do not know where I'm going.
I do not know where I'm going.
I do not know where I'm going, and I do not know the lay of the land. So, pardon me a moment, I am going to have a closer look at this place. I am going to concentrate and use my ghostly gaze to have a look through the floors and the walls.
Through the floors and the walls. Okay. Easily done. You look around to the stage. It's just curtains. You see through the curtains. You see the crew members running around, fixing up the stage for the next performance. To your right, very odd. So I do not believe that spell can see through a certain material. It is a black space.
Ice.
Lead?
Lead. Pure lead.
Ghostly gaze can see through solid objects for a range of 30 feet. So I can actually see through it.
I don't think lead, though. I think lead is the one thing that stops that particular magical ability.
Okay.
This room here, you see it now fully. It is a room made purely of lead. Which is very strange.
And that's where they went in, right?
These two went in over here. And you can't actually see through those walls.
Okay. So that's where I would be heading. I'd be heading this way then. Right?
You can talk amongst yourselves.
But I'm following
You're following Fenris.
So
No,
Fenris.
I'm not following Fenris, I'm following whatchamacallit.
Oh, Stageman.
Yeah.
If I know you're following him, if you tell me, I'm going to reiterate that you are not to kill him.
How about a knee? Just a kneecap.
That will be fine, as long as he can talk. There is information I want from him, and other conversation I must have with him.
Okay.
Do I see anything else underneath the stage? Anything down?
Nothing out of the ordinary, no.
Okay. I'm now intrigued by the lead room, so can I have a quick peek in the curtain?
Okay. You quickly kind of just glance over, finding the door. I will say you do find somewhat of a door. Appears to be locked.
Hi. Does anyone have tools or a key? So I do not have any tools.
I have a big rig of keys.
So I wonder what could be inside.
It's strange. I will say, if you two are headed both over to the room, this is the lead room, right?
I'm headed over to the lead room for now.
I'm staying on the Stageman.
You're staying on the Stageman. Okay. I think what I might do is leave you two there for a moment.
Okay.
As Artrin, the drow, appears, servant, or the usher, sorry, appears with a drink for you.
Yeah, I will.
Not full, I'd say. It's a little under, a little skimped. Yeah.
My tip will be similarly skint. Will give him one nair. Wave him away.
He's waiting for you. You can go inside now.
Thank you. I'll make my way in.
You make your way inside. Open it for you. So, Artrin, you step into the Sapphire Box. And you see a black-scaled dragonborn lounged in a plush chair. A glass of slightly burning liquid, actually, in his hands. He has a long black snout with curved horns that actually point downwards, so they kind of come down along his face.
Mm-hmm.
And at a quick glance at the rings on his horns, you can actually see he's in his late 50s, early 60s. The usher kind of bows to you both and begins to leave. Dragonborn doesn't seem to make much notice of your presence, though he knows you're there, but he doesn't really acknowledge it. He's staring out at the stage.
Okay, I'll sit down. I won't say anything until he takes notice. I'll just look at him, take in his features.
There's a elegantness to him. He holds himself quite well. He's dressed very finely. And when he kind of turns towards you, he doesn't actually make eye contact with you, but you see almost like emerald gems for eyes. Very, very green. How are you enjoying the show?
Very much. It's been beautiful so far.
Indeed. When I was a boy, my mother gave me a canvas known as Octone Bliss. A magnificent painting by an artist who was slowly driven mad. This sickness was brought on by the very paints she used, for she created them from poisons from the deep dark. Their venom was so rich in color. There was a beauty to her pain, such suffering she managed to transfer to her paintings. I became entranced by it. For her final piece, this artist used her own corrupted blood, draining herself dry with each stroke. Now that is true art. If you believe I am willing to part with such a tragic piece like my dear Icya, you are sorely mistaken.
And why even meet? Why waste your own time?
Because I see what pain it brings others.
So, just another sadist from House Quinroth. And I thought you were meant to be special.
Oh boy. I am special. And he'll turn towards you. And something very strange happens, Artrin. The obsidian scales that are on covering his face slowly begin to slide off. The skin ruptures, pulls taut. He is literally disintegrating in front of you. There is a snapping of the horns. His entire appearance just reshapes. Enough of him. I think it's time you and I had a talk. A new man lounges before you. Legs crossed, cocktail glass in hand. At first glance, it appears human in a heavy overcoat. You see gear plate gauntlets, and a frayed tricorn hat. And Artrin, a sickness turns in your stomach as you realize this man has no face. He smiles at you. No eyes are seen, no nose, but a wicked smile.
And who are you?
I am many things, Artrin. A connoisseur of secrets, your temptation. But as I've said to your friends already, you may call me Avarice.
No.
I helped you make this motherfucker, you asshole.
You did indeed.
This prick again.
Don't listen to him.
Talk about a bad penny.
Hmm. Okay. And what do you want?
Well, to get more acquainted. I dare say your endeavors are in vain with this one. Quinroth is rich in possessions, but he lacks the ability to sympathize with your hero's heart. A vial of Gluestein is a mere trinket to him. But what if I told you you could keep the Gluestein and save your friend at the same time? Oh, don't keep me waiting.
Just why should I trust you? Why should I believe you? You're not who I came here to meet, and I don't believe you can actually really help me. So, skip your creepy little fucking act and cut right to the chase. Or I'll just leave. I owe you nothing, because you're not who I came here to meet.
I can see why they like you. They'll keep you around. Use you up like they did the other. You're right, you have no reason to trust me, but I don't think you'll be walking anywhere. And he'll kind of glance out, and Artrin, it's at that moment you see the auditorium spread out in front of you form and reshape. There is a strange hue to everything around you now. Are you in the opera house? Are you somewhere else? It is an ever-changing world around you.
Telepathic message straight to Zora. Can you hear me?
Oh, dearie. She can't hear you in a dream. But there's enough chatter here. I don't have all day. What I can tell you is that I know the little secret of this opera house. And honestly, it would be nice to see a little bit of chaos here. So, I'll give this one to you. There is a phantom that bides Icya here. Unmask that phantom, and your friend will go free.
I'm sorry, I'm still a little bit confused. What do you get out of this?
Well,
What's your end?
as a gesture of our newfound friendship, you shall deliver a message on my behalf to an old friend. And Artrin, before you have time to react, Avarice grasps your chin and tips his head back. A well of darkness opens where his face should be. Artrin, you try to resist, to pull away, but you are compelled into a cascading realm of twisted teeth and agony. An endless, eternal darkness. You are swallowed whole into this. Until you hear his words in your mind. Find the voice of Avasha, Eliona, and relay this message to her. Each letter he speaks is forcibly seared into your mind, carved into your consciousness. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw. At disadvantage in his dream.
Okay.
Okay. Disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, it's not bad. 17. Rolled a 9 and a natural 20.
You take 31 points of psychic damage.
Okay.
With the final word planted into your mind, your head reels and you feel blood pouring from your nose. Try as you might, Artrin, you cannot remember the message you are supposed to deliver. But you do remember the name, Eliona. 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 Voice of Avasha. The pain subsides. Well, now, hurry along, please. I do need you and your friends back in Manira on the morrow. Ta-ta for now. I think it's time that you wake up. He snaps his fingers. Artrin, you snap back awake. Your eyes are open. It feels as if you're waking from a terrible nightmare. And cold sweat drops down your forehead and then along your snout, and your eyes refocus. You realize that you are standing over Lord Loquinroth, with black fire plunged into his chest. The dark flames lick at the blood, staining the nobleman's tunic. Avarice is nowhere to be seen. And the young usher opens the curtain, seeing you standing over a dead lord. And that's where we're going to end tonight.
Ah.
Oh, no!
Ooh.
No!
Shit.
No.
Welcome to the gang, Artrin!
Yeah. Oh, that's some way. Okay.
Helped you with
Can't
those
join until
abilities
Avarice fucks with you.
so long ago.
Hmm.
Oh,
Mhm.
man.
Now you get to be on the other side of him.
Oh yeah.
You fucking ball bag.
I hope he sticks around. I want to introduce him to his brother.
Mm.
There'd be fighting words.
Yeah, them be fighting words.
So I will take this moment to thank everyone for joining us this evening, and we will see you in the next episode.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye. Help us.